we're going to go over 5 scenarios where buying in could optimize your money, right? So we're looking at the option trade here, mRNA, and we see that there's a spread. There's times when you buy this with specific buttons and you don't buy it with other buttons. Like, for instance, you don't want to use buy the ask. When the ask is 12.50, the bid is 11.80. You say why? Because if you use buy the ask, you're paying $12.50 per contract, which you have to buy in 100 lots. That means you've paid $1,250, and immediately, if you wanted to sell it, you're likely to take a $70 loss off of that. So now you're down to 11.80. You know what I'm saying? This is how much you're going to get back for your purchase. So you don't want to buy the ask when you're spready. A good time to buy the ask is when the spread is tight. 11.81. You buy the ask. If the spread is tight and it's moving in your favor, buy the ask. There's no need sitting on the bed. It might not come back to you if the price action starts to move away. Like if the candles start moving away, buy the ask. If the spread is tight. Okay. Now, when do you use buy the bid? You use buy the bid best used when range trading. You have a period of consolidation and you can see the range pricing like this before it takes off. You have a very good feeling that it's going to go in your favor. But before it goes in your favor, whatever direction that is, up or down, and you're range trading, hit the bid. Don't hit the ask. Hit the bid. It's going to range trade for a while. You should be adept enough with price action to say, hey, I know this stock. I know this stock is going to consolidate for a while before it takes off. Let me hit the bid. See all these consolidation points? At any point, you hit the bid. Now, a scenario for why the bid is better is that, in this case, just say if this candle right here spooks you, you're scared, you thought that you were going to take off here, and it does this, and then does that, and you're scared. If you bought the bid, whatever this starts doing, you have so much less of a deficit than you had if you would have bought the ask up here. So say this is the ask up here, the ask price, and it's a spready price. Well, not only do you have that $70 loss that you had when we were watching the contracts, but now you have the extra. But if you sat on the bid and waited for the pricing action to come down to you, then the loss is minimized. And you say, no, I'm going to get out of it, or I'll wait for it. It's less scary to wait through something like this when you've bought in at a lower price point. All right, so that's when the bid works. But what is market good for? Because we see so many people buying the market. Now, Webull doesn't allow you to buy option contracts with market orders right now. I don't know what you can use a market with now, because Webull cut it off on everything for me. But I can mark it out, but I can't mark it in. To market, I'm gonna tell you when I use market and I'm comfortable. I use market as a momentum play, right? So when I see stocks moving strong in a certain direction and I notice that it top wicked, if I can see that it's exhausting itself with a top, with a candle like this, and if I can hit the market in enough time before it exhausts itself, then the delay that happens, that because the market order gets sent over to a clearinghouse or whatever, it goes to a market maker. On these free platforms, it's not filled through your platform of Thinkorswim or Webull. It's filled by some other weirdo. And so as it gets filled, as it's ordered, and the candle makes its momentum up, you can momentum time this and get filled here. That's if the volume is strong. Look at all that volume there. This is a good time to hit the market order and let it fill you, because it has that delay on it. So if you can time the delay and momentum, market orders are great. If you hit buy sell the ask, it could run right past sell your ask and leave it right here on option plays. Now, and even it could do the same thing as um, it could do the same thing with stock orders too. If you hit buy the sell the ask and it's a momentum play, it can leave your ask there and it can leave your ask there, and basically your ask turns into a market order or a bid order. At that point, a bid, not a bid sell, but um, it could be buried below the bids. If the market price action is moving too fast, then your ask price doesn't get filled. It gets stacked with the rest of the orders that it's not getting filled because the price action is way past it now. So the whole point is that in the momentum plays, fast momentum plays, you have to time market orders out. And you can do market orders when you're in a range trade too. You can either do it through timing, or if the spread is real tight and your bid is not getting filled and you think it's getting ready to take off without you, hit a market order. Hopefully you don't get caught up in this candle if you do a market order on this candle. But it's all about timing with market orders, because if you catch these candles, you can bet your bottom dollar a lot of times if you just hit it blankly, especially at the end of a candle like this, you're getting filled here. You don't want to leave it up to chance if you don't have timing down for market orders. The fourth way to actually place an entry, and one of my faves on Webull, not so much on Thinkorswim, is placing order entry. So look, we have to ask, and we have 1250. If I click 1250 to purchase, then it gives me this listing here. Now all of this stuff is preset for me already. I'm cool with everything. My quantities are usually preset for me. I can move that quantity if I want to. I can also change the price if I want to, and I do. I don't want this price. But I can actually get over on the people who are sitting here waiting for this bid price to be filled, and I can come down and I can go and hit 1185 or 1195, 12 maybe even, right? But as long as it's not 1250, I want a better price. And I can do that on order entry anytime I want to. Once I've placed that order right here, I go to position and immediately I'll click the three dots that are right here beside, I think it's three dots or three lines. And it's blank, and then you hover above it, it shows up, and I'll hit close position. Now what happens when I hit close position is that we'll see an order. You see it's three dots. We'll see an order pop up that looks like this. Yeah, it's three dots. And so at that point, like I was saying, after I've gotten a position and I'm in a position and I'm watching the charts, I don't watch charts on Webull. I watch charts on Thinkorswim. But while I'm watching the charts and I'm watching the price action go up, I set what my exit is supposed to be, where I think I'm going to exit out. Now it's either here or market order, depending on the momentum and the timing. But if I'm not being too greedy, I'll jump up and say, maybe I want 13 for it, and the momentum calls for it. And if the momentum calls for 13, it goes up, hits my price, I'm good. Of course, I have to place the order first. But those are sniper entries where I can get in and out exactly at a great price, opposed to expecting the fluctuation of market orders to fill me. One last thing you can do, and this is actually my favorite thing to do on Thinkorswim, is use the ladder. Here's the ladder on Thinkorswim. This ladder, I can enter the price. I don't even know if this is mRNA. No, this is Ford. It's mRNA right here. Okay. I mean, this doesn't matter. I can send this to, what was it, 9? Okay, so here's my pricing. So I can enter here at 12.25 was where their last price was, because it's highlighted there. I can actually enter in any of these other places right here, sit on the bid, and I can watch this fluctuate. There's a volume channel that I don't have over here because I can watch the candles, and I watch it fluctuate. And if it's fluctuating up here, then I know to get in right here. If it's fluctuating up here, then I know my best option is here anyway. Or just don't enter it, just don't take the trade. But you can actually see the pricing and the last, this is called the last, or the market order that's been the last market order that was filled. And so as this moves around, I know where the pricing is at that particular point, and I can click in and see if I can capture it, right? That's like whack-a-mole or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Webull has that same functionality here. But I don't know if it works in Webull. I haven't tried it yet in Webull. I'm going to try it, see if it works. I think you need a subscription, but I don't know. We'll see. But those are the 5 entries, 5 different ways that you can enter and maximize your intake instead of just market ordering in on everything and hoping for the best. You know, you go in, you get the exact price that you want. All right, that's it.